Hello and welcome. You're watching AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. I am Adirayo Senami. The Federal School of Arts and Science, MUBI, has sent a condolence message to His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Adamawa State, Ahmadu Umar Fintiri, over the death of his mother, Hajia Fatima Badami, a sad event which occurred recently and reported on AD4 TV Radio News. In a condolence message signed by its chairman, Aliyu Ismail the Turakin Bata, the association said it is saddened at the news and joined the good people of Adamawa State to mourn the passing on of a devout Muslim who was a blessing to womanhood, and prayed for the repose of her soul, hoping that her legacies will live far beyond her. Professor Neil Ferguson, an advisor to the British government, has resigned his appointment for breaching social distancing rules. According to number 10 Downing Street, Prime Minister Boris Johnson accepts his decision to quit from his role as a leading scientific advisor, but dispelled the story making the rounds that he was compelled by government to step down. No charges, however, have been brought against him, according to Scotland Yard. The Adamawa State government has sworn in Musa Hassan Baza as the acting Grand Cadi of the state, following the retirement of Muhammad Al-Khali, the Grand Cadi of the Sharia Court of Appeal, on account of service after 45 years of meritorious stewardship. The Deputy Governor of Adamawa State, Chief Crowther Seth, charged the new Qadi to perform his duties without fear of favor and promote peace and unity, just as his predecessor did. No less than 155 persons have died in Gashua and Potiskum areas of Yobe State, Nigeria, over the last 6 days, after exhibiting symptoms similar to coronavirus. The deaths, which have caused panic among residents of the state, is identical to the situation experienced in Kano recently, where people in large numbers died consistently for several days, in what the Presidential Task Force on COVID-19 has now confirmed to be coronavirus. It should be noted that apart from the border closure and curfew from dusk to dawn, the state government has refused to impose any restrictions of movement, as people in the state are still going about their normal activities without any form of social distancing or restrictions. We'll bring you more details on the story in our subsequent bulletins.
Hi guys, I know most of us are terrified by the coronavirus, and all the misinformation and fake news is not really helping. Now, there are many recommended ways to stay safe during this period of COVID-19. One of the most important things, which is I am making sure that as often as possible, I am washing my hands with soap and water for a minimum of 20 seconds. Let me show you how. So rub your palms back and forth, spend some time on each side, and you go on the back of your hands, and make sure you get in between your fingers. This is very important because 80% of communicable diseases are actually transferred by touch. So washing your hands properly reduces the risk of you getting infected. My name is Banky Wellington. Be safe for yourself and safe for others too.
This message is brought to you by the United Nations in conjunction with the Federal Government of Nigeria, the Federal Ministry of Health, the NCDC, and the Banky Wellington Foundation.
In another development, Singapore's virus infections has surged past 20,000 as foreign workers living in crowded dormitories were diagnosed. The city-state reported 788 new COVID-19 cases as of noon this Wednesday, bringing the country's total to 20,198, the third highest in Asia after China and India. However, the government says it will allow selected businesses to operate on the 12th of May in a gradual rollback of a 2-month lockdown that is expected to end on the 1st of June. In a similar development, the International Council of Nurses, ICN, this Wednesday said no fewer than 90,000 health workers worldwide are believed to have been infected with COVID-19, and possibly twice that, amid reports of continuing shortages of personal protective equipment. Howard Cotton, the ICN's chief executive officer, said healthcare workers' infections has risen from 23,000 to about 90,000, which is still an underestimation because it does not cover every country in the world. The Council therefore urged authorities worldwide to keep accurate records in this regard. Still on COVID-19, The Lagos State Health Ministry in Nigeria this Tuesday said 60 patients have been discharged from the state isolation facilities, making the state with the highest number of recoveries in the country. However, there are no details as to who the patients are and how they were cured. The Nigerian Senate this week deliberated on a quarantine bill titled National Health Emergency Bill, which has scaled its first reading. The bill, sponsored by the Chairman, Senate Committee on Primary Healthcare and Communicable Diseases, Senator Chukwuka Otazi, is meant to address issues causing public health emergencies and how they should be handled. The chairman of the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, Abike Dabiri-Erewa, has confirmed that a Nigerian woman gave birth this Wednesday on a plane conveying Nigerians back home from the United Arab Emirates. The plane, which had taken off when the woman went into labor, had to detour to a point of departure for a while, allowing the 265 returnee passengers on board to switch aircrafts. However, reports reaching AD4 TV radio confirms that mother and child are in good health condition. Talking on enforcement of interstate travel restrictions, Dr. Kayode Fayemi, the governor of Ekiti State, Nigeria, has called for the support of the road transport unions in the state in enforcing the restriction order so as to curb the spread of the coronavirus. The governor expressed concern at the frequent violations of the order and warned that the government will no longer take kindly to any disregard to his orders. A member of the Borno State House of Assembly, Umar Audi Jero, representing Bayo constituency at the State House of Assembly, died this Tuesday at the University of Maiduguri Teaching Hospital after a brief illness. His death comes barely a week after Wakili Bukar, another lawmaker representing Ngazai constituency of the state, died of coronavirus. And now to sports news. Players at the Barcelona and Real Madrid football clubs are to undergo coronavirus tests as La Liga clubs plan to return to restricted training ahead of the proposed resumption of the season next month. The tests are part of the league's strict medical protocol, which each team must comply with before the return to training. Barcelona captain Lionel Messi and France international Antoine Griezmann were among the first batch of players pictured arriving at the club's training center this Wednesday. Chancellor Angela Merkel of Germany, at a press conference this Wednesday, announced that contact restrictions in the country will continue through June, while the country's football league is set to resume play toward the end of May. Merkel said the goal of slowing the spread of coronavirus has been achieved so far, so all shops can be reopened as lockdown restrictions are eased. Germany has seen no fewer than 7,000 deaths due to the coronavirus, a much lower figure than in other Western European countries, including the UK, Italy, and France. And that's it on AD4 TV Radio News Update, coming to you live from Abuja, Nigeria's capital. You can join the conversation on our website at www.ad4tvradio.com. Please follow us on social media platforms at AD4 TV Radio on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at AD4 TV Radio. Many thanks for watching. I am Adirayo Senami.